Good evening and welcome to another edition of Lions Talk. I am your host, Dalton Taylor, aka DT. Today we have an exciting show. We have some parents and we have some executives from Hartford's Lions Soccer. What we're going to do, what we traditionally do every time we talk about our mission statement, then we get into our interview process. So, for those of you who have never seen this before, the Hartford Lions Soccer Academy is a nonprofit youth development organization in the greater Hartford community. Through the beautiful game of soccer, we empower local youth by providing them with valuable life skills and guidance. Our program not only focuses on soccer skills but also teach important life lessons that help navigate challenges. Additionally, we are proud to offer the Lioness League, a women's soccer league dedicated to empower women both on and off the field. The league provides a platform for women to excel in soccer while fostering personal growth and empowerment in all aspects of life. And it's a wonderful mission statement. I want to add something before I go. Um, my team is the defending champion of the Hartford Women's Soccer League, so thank you guys. Rangers women did win the league, so cheers to the women just in case they're watching. I had to throw that in there once I read the mission statement today, so all excited for that. So today we have a wonderful show for everyone. We have some parents who want to share some of their experiences with the HLSA group and what their kids are doing and how it has helped them and helped their kids. So without further ado, we're going to go around the table and get some introduction, and then we're going to start asking some questions and get some feedback from them about what they've experienced. So I'm starting over here with this wonderful young lady right here.
Hi.
What's your name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. And how many kids do you have at HLSA?
I have two children.
Two children. How old are they?
10-year-old and 4-year-old. Both
And 4 years.
girls.
And both are in the HLSA program?
Yes, they are.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the support. And you, sir?
I'm Davian Jones, and I have two kids in the program. One's 12 and one's 4.
Awesome. Thank you for your support, Madame.
And I'm Katie, and I have one baby. He's 12.
12. Big boy, not a baby anymore.
Probably say that
How
too.
long have your kids been in HLSA?
Actually, my children joined in April
In
of
April?
this year.
Of this year. And you, sir?
My son is running maybe about, say, 3 years now. My
3
daughter
years.
about a year and a half.
Okay.
Awesome.
And your wonderful 12-year-old baby
Mine started in the summer.
in the summer? Okay. So I have been there since the inception, and I've seen what HLSA do, but that's just me probably giving a biased feedback. So what we want today is we would want to know what are your experiences with the program and in terms of what, not just for your kid, but for you. How do you feel about it, seeing your kids out there getting some valuable soccer lessons?
So I will go back to when my children expressed that they wanted to play soccer. And it's because they knew I played soccer and they have brothers who play soccer. So once I saw the flyer come up with the opportunity for them to play soccer, it was a no-brainer. And since they've been here, they've been enjoying the practices, the games, the activities, the knowledge, just everything. And I have been as well. I noticed that they form relationships and connections. It goes to their team player skills. I've just seen them grow as children, and I actually enjoy the interactions that we have. And
Absolutely.
just the time. So
From a parental standpoint, that's also
Yeah.
great just watching them get into something different other than social media, because I'm going to rip social media apart today.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
another hurdle.
get away
But
from that.
there are actually connections, so it's like a family
That's
unit,
awesome.
honestly.
That's awesome. That's kind of the environment that HSA promote and want to provide for everyone. It's not just soccer. That, like the mission statement said, it's everything about life.
Right.
And, during different summer camps, or different camps, I should say, they have different programs where the kids can meet and get into a lot of different things, which will certainly help them.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to you, sir, the same question. I know you play soccer all your life, so I know your answer. But from a parental standpoint, what are your take from HLSA where your kids are concerned?
Well, I think overall it's just a great experience for my kids, just being in the program and also just being there as a parent. I'm not only a parent at the for my kids really, but obviously I'm also a volunteer with the program as well, also a coach whenever I have the time. And it's really great to know that I have my kids involved in a program that's very representative of them, which was very important for me because I've coached in my younger years and all that stuff across Connecticut. And one of the key things is it was very hard to find an environment that's very inclusive and very reflective of what they are as human beings. So I do tip my hats definitely to the program just for that, really. So it's just been a great experience overall.
Absolutely. And that, like I said, that's the kind of environment HLSA try to promote. And then, ma'am, what's your experience with HLSA from a parental standpoint?
It has been good because my son has this passion for playing football. Well, now that we're in the state, I'm learning more to say the word soccer. So it has been good because every session that he has and he comes home, I'm like, how does he feel about it? And he really likes it. Apart from his coaches, he likes those persons who he's playing with. Um, I remember in the summer when they had the whole thing of not just soccer, but also a learning time as well. And I found that to be very helpful because apart from they spending like an hour or more doing soccer, they had a whole session where they're learning something. They get to, have a feeling of what it's like to be around their co-players while they're not on the field and just having fun, eating snacks, whatever it is. So it has been really good so far. He likes it, I like it, so we're here.
That's wonderful. And one of the things that we talked about with HLSA over the years is that in terms of fitness and health, and something that they promote for kids, because today's kids just want to be inside on their laptop, tablets, whatever, and nobody outside getting active and stuff like that.
Right.
But from a standpoint, one of the challenges that HLSA will face in any other youth program anywhere in the world is the interactions or lack thereof of parents. And what HLSA try to do very much is try to get the parents involved. This is one of the reasons why you guys are here. What message would you send to parents who prefer to just drop their kids off and pick them up later on versus being at the field?
For me personally, I would say they make sure that we're involved from the games and the different activities that we're doing. Even if you're not actually an official volunteer, you're still helping out, in any way. So I know Keneal or the other coaches, if they come over and ask me to assist with something, I'm more than happy to do so. For me, it's important that my children see that I'm also a team player.
Right.
Even if I don't want to be. But, but it's important to be a team player, honestly.
Absolutely.
And I want them to understand that this is a connection that you're building with others. And sometimes you have to work together to, for the greater good. So I feel like anything that I can do, I will do. And I encourage other parents to also be there because they're going to have these memories down the line. Oh, remember we had that parents versus the children game. And, those are fun. So I think it's important for them to have those staple memories.
That's awesome. And what message would you send to parents who are a little reluctant to come out there and they prefer to say, I can't find the time. I got to go do this. I got to go do that.
Well, a few tips really. Number one, your coaches are not your babysitters, so please get that through your head, all right? And number two is just you have to remember as a parent supporting the kids in any sports that you are their biggest fan. So it's very important for you to be there to support your kids. It's really cool to know that when they do something right, you're the first person they turn to look for. So if you're not there, that's a little bit discouraging. If they fall, I would rather them be the first person they turn to as well, as a parent as well. So it's really good to just know that you're there to give your kids support. And it's not just, say, on a Thursday evening, on a Wednesday evening, whichever it is, that you're just going to drop them off and just take off. You need to be there to give the support and also give the encouragement. So I always encourage. So for me, I try to hide as much as possible from the coaches whenever I can. I'm forced into volunteering every single time. And it is something that I truly enjoy because I do enjoy sharing everything I know about the sports with the next generation that's coming up. So it's important that you're there to give your support always.
Awesome.
Yes.
How about you?
I think I will have to branch off on the same thing that they're saying. It's the support. So I remember there are times when a kid would be like, "Mommy, did you see me? Did you see me make that goal?" But Mommy's not there today, so she didn't see you make that goal, right? So the kids are looking out for if their parents see what they're doing. The parents pay for it, or if it's offered free, they get the opportunity to do it. But the kids also want to see that their parents, I'm doing it. And then, the next part is just how your kids like it too. So my son really, really and truly likes soccer. And I mean, if there's any opportunity that I can have him engage in it or go to a game, because HLSA also have what they have like tickets and so forth. We can actually go to a real soccer game. And kids want to see that. They're in this thing, they're practicing it, and then they get to see actual official players doing the real thing. So I would think parents should try to take all that opportunity, not just being at the practice and being at our regular games, but also bring your kids to official games because they do offer tickets where you can actually see that.
Absolutely. We've talked about that too. It's a really good thing for the kids. Um, soccer is pretty much played in probably South America. It's getting bigger in America now, in South America and in the Caribbean and probably Europe and so on and so forth. And a lot of the kids in today's world, if they're not, their parents are not from those areas, they tend to want to push them in another program. What would you say that HLSA program has an advantage over other sports, say like a basketball or baseball, from your standpoint? You may not be very much experienced with basketball or so on and so forth, but what does HLSA offer to the kids that's an advantage that you would want to push them or want to encourage parents to say, hey, you want to put your kid in this program from your experience?
I think the biggest thing is community, actually. So since my children have started with HLSA, they have been able to again do different activities. There's always something. So we're not just doing practices, games. Again, outside of the activities, there's the soccer games that we are offered tickets to go to. Just anything that comes up, they're very open in sharing with just different opportunities to get the kids involved, so that way they're learning on and off the field. So I think honestly, the community is just like the biggest aspect of it for me.
Awesome. What would you say?
Well, it's very important for me, particularly me being a player myself, is that it's key that the coaches, they know what they're doing. And our coaches are very, very knowledgeable. They're football players themselves. They're soccer players themselves, so which is very important. This is not a program where you just have mom and dad volunteering or just a volunteer coach on the side, or whichever it is. These are actually committed 100% coaches that are here to actually ensure that they do the right things by the kids always. And also the sense of community. Sense of community is very, very important as well. As I said, I like any team that's about inclusion. And one of the key things I really do like about the program, it's not an elitist program where they're picking the best of the best or the better looking kids or whichever it is. Everybody's welcome.
Yep.
So my son gets to play with girls, boys, every single body on the team, which he really does enjoy. So I do like the inclusiveness of it as well. And it's just not focused on elitism, which is one of the key problems I found in youth soccer over the years when it comes to Connecticut, is that they focus on the best, the creme de la creme, and then forget the simple fact that this should be fun and this should be very inclusive to the kids as well. So that's one of the key things I really do like about the program.
Right. Awesome. And what do you think in terms of what makes HLSA a better program to push kids into versus say another sport?
I would agree with both of what my co-parents are saying, because for me, too, a big part is indeed the coaches, because I can call my coach or talk to the coach and be like, what is it that Malik is doing? What is it that I need to do, if I need to buy an extra thing for him to practice at home or whatever it is. It's like a good close connection with trying to both having them helping him and then whatever I can do on my side too. So there's good communication going on. So that's a big thing for me, communication.
Awesome. Well, communication is the key in just about everything that we do. And one of the things that HLSA tries to push is try to get the parents involved a lot. And this is why, like I said, you guys are here, because we want to certainly let people understand how important it is for the kids to see that their parents are there. And when we have the jamborees and, like you said, the parents and kids game, I think I played in that for like 2 minutes before I got injured and I stopped. I used to play back in the day, not anymore. But
They gave me a run for my money.
Wait, didn't we win the last match?
Let's go up for debate.
but it's a fun thing for the kids, and like you guys say, for the community, and it's a community based thing. From your experience, and this is very important now. And I'm going to start this way.
Okay.
So this way you don't just agree with what they're saying.
Oh, boy. Man.
Based on your interactions, you've been there since April, correct?
I said April. Yeah. Yeah, I did
You
say
sure?
summer, but it's really,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Thank
So, based on your interactions and what you have seen and what you've experienced, what do you think HLSA can do to improve their program?
Oh, gosh.
That much?
Make more people know. People need to get in. I feel people are missing out. So if there's any way to broadcast this more to the community of Connecticut, I would be like, yes, because parents are missing out and kids are definitely missing out on something like this.
Yeah, that's a very good point because this is one of the reasons why we're doing these podcasts. We did them. We've been doing them right in through the pandemic. We
Okay.
had these, and we were pushing them out to people for people to see, and people to get a little bit more involved, and to see how important it is, and not just from the board members or the people involved with HLSA speaking, but this is why we have parents here to speak about their personal experience and how beneficial it is to them and their family.
It is.
So that's why these feedbacks are great. So from your standpoint, sir, and you, like I said, are still a soccer player, or try to be, and you're also a coach. So what do you think HLSA could add to or subtract from their program to enhance their program to make it wider, according to what she's saying, to get more people involved?
I would say, honestly, yes. Just spread the word a whole lot more. I'm for always letting them run a little bit harder, but that might be just be a little bit evil on my
Talk
part.
about kids here. And their moms are right here. Come on.
I'm making enemies with the kids already.
Oh, God.
But it's one of the key things is just keep doing what you're doing, ensuring that this is still is 5 years from now, it still is a community initiative. It still is very inclusive for the community as well, and ensuring that it's just like picking up of what American education used to be like, no child left behind. Ensure there's no child left behind in this community when it comes to football. So I would say just keep going strong, and it's a testament to see everything that the club has done already. Because 2 weeks ago I was hanging out with London Donovan, which I thought was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So kudos to Coach Keneal, Pops, and everyone for putting that together, and Nike as well.
Yes.
For putting that
Yeah.
together. So
Absolutely.
I would just say just
We're gonna
keep
get into that, yeah.
doing everything that the club is doing. Everything is going great, in my opinion, to be honest with you.
Awesome. And what is your take in terms of getting to
I'm
improve?
gonna have to piggyback. Honestly, the exposure. So I just happened again to see one of the coaches post about the opportunity, and that's how I was introduced to HLSA. And then since we've been stuck with HLSA. But I'm saying if I missed that post, I would have missed the entire opportunity.
Right,
So just
right.
more exposure. But I honestly don't have any complaints.
Okay, awesome. So here's the last question for everybody, because we don't want to keep everybody's time. So today's 2023, November 7th. November 7th, 2028, where would you like to see HLSA in terms of its notoriety, its progression, and what it contributes to youth soccer, not just in the Hartford area or Connecticut, but in all of the United States? Where would you like to see that? What would your dream be today? I'm going to start with you, because you like to go last.
I would like for them to be in one of the top community state type soccer clubs, you know. I do feel, based on just speaking with Keneal and everyone who is involved, and just the passion that they have for it and the amount of effort that they have put in that I have seen, I feel that they should be that tall. Right.
Okay.
So that's my vision for them, to be in the top, wherein other states know, like if I move to Connecticut, yeah.
No, we're taking note of this, and these are things that we will certainly work on, some of the
Yes.
ideas that you guys are presenting today. And one of the key things why I'm asking these questions, because the feedback from the parents are very important, but not only that, if the parents have certain wishes and desires, this can encourage others to come on board, like some of your friends who have kids like, oh, I'm not taking them over there. Like, you can say that to them. So, sir, what would your vision be 5 years from now, HLSA? Where would you like to see them stand, and how to get there?
Well, coaches, titles, trophies, silverware as much as possible. But not only that, I would just love to see a lot of the amazing kids that are already a part of the program graduate onto something else, whether it's in academia, whether it's pursuing the sport as well. I just want to see every single kid happy and they're doing well. So if it's the same thing that's replicated for the next 5 years, then yes, I would like to see it keep going and up. You can't beat. It's not just for us just to have the community support from parents bringing their kids, but also it'll be great to see more and more corporate sponsors sign on board as well, just to ensure that the program just keeps going.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, what's your take on that?
I definitely would like to see the program expand again outside of like just the Hartford area, statewide, even playing against other states, like, being able to travel. I know there's a travel team, but being able to travel. So I'll like my kids to be a part of that. I'll stay on top of them. But I think in 5 years, HLSA can definitely go much further. There's a great back end. There's a great foundation. All of the coaches are great. So I think with the commitment that's from the coaches and, all the other execs and everything like that, I think that HLSA can go way far.
Well, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And reason being is that there's a very good core of individuals on the executive board, from the president down to the coaches. But certainly, very importantly, are the parents who are certainly interacting and who continues to be a very big support of HLSA. So, with that said, I would like to take this time to thank you, wonderful people, for coming out today and sharing some of your experience with us.
Thank you.
We certainly will have you guys back online here another time to talk and talk about some more experience that you had and some ideas and stuff like that. It was wonderful sitting down with you and going through some of the stuff that you've seen, and continue to support HLSA and certainly encourage your friends to do the same.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you guys very much for coming out today, and we will certainly see you guys on the field, and maybe at the Jamboree when it comes up. I don't know when that is, but when it comes up. All right?
Yes.
Thank you guys very
so
much.
for having us.
We're gonna continue
for having us.
with our we're gonna bring in the executive board now. We're gonna bring in Mr. President. Just you? You want a break? Oh, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we're going to bring in the executive board and talk about the HLSA some more. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's put off headphones. Thank you very much. I'll be right back.
All right.